So as we go into pre-life, some of you might wonder, what is pre-life? Okay, pre-life is an observation of what is happening in and around us, as taken from the eyes and the mind of Red Fox. Give you a little promo.
Yes, my people, check out I Red Fox on Reggae Global Radio every Saturday at 8 p.m. with Kev Stew. Where I'll give you a pre-life, brand new, good for you. Kick it like a ball if you don't say a dance song. You hear that? Yo, we'll tell them say Reggae Global Radio, you know, alongside Kevin Stew. Red Fox, the one a brand new, you know. It's a government. Questions. I have some questions I'd love to address to the House of Parliament, to the House of Congress, to the United Nations, every media, all the press, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, scholars and intellects. I'm really hoping this reach every president desk. If you all care so much, why don't we ban cigarettes? So many lost their lives, suffered a long death. Lung cancer is the monster that took their last breath. And I've never seen anyone go a jail feet yet. Why is ganja still illegal and not completely free? A plant that's nutritional with great vitality. What is the logic I'm asking? It makes no sense to me. You have a soft spot for alcoholics but carry hatred for a tree. Should I trust CNN or watch Fox News? Are they telling us the truth or just counting all the views? If they're for the people, why is it they choose one political party to verbally abuse? What is the agenda? Am I a free man or living in captivity under a program? As a registered voter, please make me understand why so many blacks suffer incarceration. Why did they make the projects? What it is they're working on? To multiply the poor, is this a plantation? Now they have up all these gadgets surveilling everyone. Keep locking up more private incarcerations. Is it about the money? Is it about the green? Can I live in a society without a vaccine? Can I still feed my family and live the big dream without falling in line, if you know what I mean? Well, God is still my answer. It's in my trust, not you. I hope you understand based upon my point of view. This is not about anger. It's just some questions for you. I'm seeking some clarity and I hope you'll come true.
Live today for tomorrow. Never dwell.
Yeah, man, seeking some clarity.
On your sorrow.
Hope you come through. You get it?
Life is a gift to us. It's not borrowed.
That was pre-life.
And good.
Courtesy of Red Fox.
Believe me, I know how you're feeling. It's like the good days are gone. It never comes. That is the meaning of life. Love is the secret to life. That is the only way we can survive. You live one more day, you can fight. Your heart breaks when comes disappointment.
This track is called Life.
And you're shadowed by the fear, then comes the heart.
Artist by the name of Maurice, Gregory.
But there's more to life than just the bad things. There's so much good in us. Now let your stars start shining. But believe me, I know how you're feeling. It's like the good days are gone, it never comes. That is the meaning of life. Love is the secret to life. That is the only way we can survive.
What is the only way?
Live one more day, you can fight.
If you live one more day, you can fight. Yo.
Meaning of life.
This take you to some depths, you know. When you listen to the words of a tune like this. So before I get in and bring on the secret ingredient, I want to say a special thank you to Chioli for sponsoring the secret ingredient.
That is the meaning.
Surely changing your lifestyle will change your life.
Love is the secret.
And Althea SU brings you Chioli personalized training services. Just go ahead and give her a call, 954-655-9000. Let's change your life. Let's change your lifestyle and make you fitter and stronger and get you through the rest of this year so that you can live life. Thank you, Chioli. Thank you, Althea. And as a personal trainer, you know she can put your muscles in pain, right? She's also a massage therapist, so you don't have to worry about it. She can soothe them too. Just call her, 954-655-9000. Let me see if I can get some answers to the meaning of life. Let's see how deep I can get into this philosophical mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the secret ingredient. Yeah man, I'm all a clap already. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret ingredient, the man himself, Mr. Maurice Gregory. Brethren, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, give thanks and praise it. Yes.
Hey, the Saturday Stew, Reggae Global Radio, we welcome you, brethren. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As a secret ingredient, you are spice up things today, no?
Like it. Yeah, man.
Brethren, how you been? How you been?
Busy.
I like
That's,
that.
I mean, if you what's going on, a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Production from me as an artist and also other artists.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the lab, man, just creating, pushing out stuff,
First of all, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and not the heart of my bottom for taking the time
Good.
this early in the morning to do this.
Of course. Yeah, but you're general, man, so I have to represent from long time, So I have to represent.
Yeah, man, much respect. Now, for those who don't know the name Maurice Gregory and what Maurice has been into, I met you, I would say, early in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Back then, you were on keyboard with the still, I would say, if not the, one of the best bands, live bands in South Florida.
Yeah.
Code Red Band. The talent in this band is ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
And
absolutely ridiculous.
And
too much.
I guess you could even go as far as to say too much. Yeah, you could go that far. But it's amazing. And this was when I first met you. And I was like, yo, what is going on here? Who are these people? How so much talent in a one group? But you have gone on to do even more things. You've been all over the world. What has Maurice Gregory been up to? Better yet, let's go back to the first question. Who is Maurice Gregory? Before we get into what you've been up to.
Well, Maurice Gregory. He's a Jamaican, of course, born in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. Father, musician, learned music from my dad early, guitar, and just from that I just start progressing with different instruments. The church thing, the church thing already. So
yeah.
Go up in the church thing, you have to kind of, play different roles in terms of if someone, if there's a keyboard there, and you're in there, and you're, as a musician, if someone can't fill that space, you have to fill that gap. Figure a way out, because I mean, it has to go on, right?
Right.
And then I just figure my way out around a bunch of few things, and before you know it, I'm playing a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, from that now, I actually went on a tour in I think it's 1991. A young man with a group called Justin Hines and the Dominoes. Can we go bring come my dear?
Yep.
Bring me, yes. One little boy with be a big man. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Gone on tour, man. Like me a big man. Yeah, and that was my first experience at that time. And after I came back from that tour, I went on the course into the hotel, and that started my schooling in terms of the practicality of playing music every day, every night, for 6 nights a week, learning different genres and just applying myself to the music.
Right.
At that time, too, I was not on the level of those musicians at the time because those guys were way advanced than me. But it forced me to kind of get up to that level.
Right.
So that's the schooling. Um, then after that, no, we started a group called Sane Band from Jamaica, and we started backing every artist from Jamaica, every artist. That includes Judy Mowat, Tony Rebel, Freddie McGregor, Michael Rose.
You're talking about some big names, man.
Everybody. I mean, like everybody. Everybody is like at one point we were like main band that everyone wants to use at that time. So that's a part of the journey.
Yeah.
And then I migrated to the US in the 2000s. No, before the 2000s, actually. 1990 something, I think.
Okay.
Late 90s. Yeah. And I migrated. And I found myself playing for Kimani and Marley at the time.
You find yourself. It just happened.
Find myself. I was at a Benjamin's coming to town one night and asked me to play for him.
Yeah.
This guy came to the show and saw me playing and said, if I would like to play for Kimani. I was like, okay.
Just so.
So that was it. Start touring with Kimani. And from that now, I started a band with Wayne Wonder. Yeah. I went the no letting go, no holding back thing.
Yeah.
Right in that time, the peak. And we started touring and, extensively everywhere. Europe, Japan, you name it. Right? And then after Wayne Wonder now, well, I'm going to go back to the Wayne Wonder situation. But after that, I joined Third World as a keyboard player and a vocalist.
Right.
And that lasted for a long time.
I'd say.
A long time. I joined at 2010. I think I spent like 10 years with the Third World.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
only just left, right?
Only just left.
Yeah.
So, and started I shouldn't say started because I was already doing my solo thing already still from before.
Right.
But I took a pause, and joined up. Well, I joined up while I was doing my stuff, but I got really comfortable at the time. I like to play music. I'm a musician, so I like to play
Right,
music.
right.
So the focus really went into the group
Mm-hmm.
as a whole at
Yeah.
that time. So that was my focus. But now, presently, I'm doing my own production as a producer, singer,
Mm.
songwriter. As you know,
Yeah,
you know the rest of the story.
you've kind of gone back to focusing on Maurice and
Yeah,
getting some Maurice out there.
yeah, man.
Well, I know some of the story, but you know, we have a few people out there that they would hear me play a Maurice Gregory and go, who is this Maurice guy? You know. So
Yeah,
no, not only do they get to hear your voice, but they get to see your face too. So that is quite the joy of joining the Reggae Global family. You know, of
but I
which you're
think,
no
man,
stranger.
technology. Oh no,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah, I'm a friend of mine, all of them.
Yeah, man, all the way.
All of them. Yeah,
Yeah, so um, I remember getting this EP from you that has the track that I just started with Life. That had to have been what, about 6 years ago,
yeah, just about.
and of course I'm going to be bouncing through some of the tunes after that, and some of the other tunes that I have for you when we're done chit chatting.
Yeah,
But Life is one of those really deep songs, and I like the depths at which you go to in it. What was going on for you at the time? Because that was your song that you wrote,
yeah,
correct?
yeah. I'm produced. Yeah.
So was it a reflection of you, or just as you were observing life? What's the story behind Life?
You know, it's so funny because sometimes when you're in a creative mood, or when you're trying to when you have your own time to think and kind of then you're prepared and you think about like what really makes sense and what's important.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and my creative mind now, that's
Mm-hmm.
honesty, right? Me
Mm-hmm.
and my creative mind, I just say, why not just express what I'm really thinking
Right.
at the time? So I just start to kind of live today for tomorrow and never dwell on your sorrow. That's where it started.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the song basically wrote itself because once I started there, I know exactly what I wanted to say because it was already in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I just allow the song to flow naturally without anything forced.
Mm-hmm.
The song is not forced. It's
It's organic.
organic. It wrote itself
Mm.
pretty much. I didn't do too much thinking.
Right. So that
Yeah, and
song took on
it just came.
that song really personifies itself. It is life.
Of course, of course. It's just letting you know that there are more important things to focus on
Yeah.
than trivial or meaningless stuff. Love
Mm-hmm.
is a big part of life.
Yes.
That's a very important ingredient. Secret ingredient, right? Yeah, man.
But
Very
it's funny
important
because
ingredient.
it is not so much of a secret of an ingredient to a good life, but yet still it seems that is left out of many of our daily recipes. I was
Yeah,
reasoning with Hezron as a secret ingredient a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking and looking at the what is going on in Jamaica with violence against
yeah,
women and such. And it keeps coming back to the love of self and the love of others. After you recognize love of self, we have to learn who it is that we are before
First,
we can, and then love who we are before we can put
that's the
that
most important.
out.
Yeah,
And
because you cannot give something that you don't have.
exactly.
You know.
So let's dig a little bit into the writing mind of Maurice, because I suspect that what we are going to be experiencing moving forward is a whole lot more of this element of Maurice. Most of us have had the element of the musician.
Yeah.
In fact, when I when I first met you, I wasn't even calling you Maurice. I was calling you Brian.
Yes, because that's the thing. That's my long time friend then. Brian,
Right.
you know them, you know. And then yeah, Brian, says yeah, long time.
Brian or Brian San.
Brian, yeah, man.
you know, and so when we get to have the other side of this element, because I'm not going to limit you to a body. I'm going to refer to you as an element, because there's so much to you, and we're getting another portion, another aspect of you moving forward. This is that time where we experience Maurice Gregory.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the fact that you're using two first name mean that we're going to be getting a whole lot more of you. I don't know.
I get that too, I get that a lot. But my dad, it's my dad's fault, man. He have the same name.
Oh, you're a junior?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Him give me film thing, man. Him give me film name, man. So I have to just work with it.
Well, double trouble.
Double check.
Take us through a little bit about what inspires your writings, what inspires your productions.
Okay. I write from many different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
I can write from an emotional, point of view,
Yes.
or a melodic point of view, or I can just pick something out of thin air. I don't know. I give the Almighty thanks for that gift to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because it depends how I feel sometimes.
Right.
Like me, I can have a conversation now, like a conversation, and after we finish that conversation, I can go and write a song. Because I'm able to put that into perspective.
Yeah.
The conversation in
Right.
and make it into a melodic, creation that they can listen to.
Right.
That is, yeah. I've done that a few times with different artists. I just listen to the story, just tell me a story about a conversation, and then I leave it there. I go to the studio and I write the song for the person, and they would like, I can't believe that you just did that. But just it's a thing, because it's good when you can pick from an authenticity.
Yes.
People can connect to those things because it's moments in time,
Right. So you have managed to put into words and melodies a snapshot of life.
Yeah.
You do what with music and songs what photographers do and videographers do with cameras.
Correct.
When did you realize you could do that? When did you first realize you could do that?
I didn't know I could do it. When I just started, I had no idea. I used to ask people to write for me. I didn't know I could write.
Okay.
And It's just, yeah, because it was intimidating to me. I was like, wow, how can somebody like put words together with melody and make it work?
Mm-hmm.
I was a musician who could play an instrument, but to write a song, write lyrics, put it onto the melody and make it work as a song, I didn't know I could do that. And that was a long time ago.
Mm.
But once I didn't have that crutch anymore and I had to depend on myself,
Yes.
then I started to kind of figure my way out
Mm-hmm.
by just start from zero, trying. And after a while, I realized that, oh, Lord, man, but this thing is not so difficult to do. Well, at least for me, it's not so difficult to do. And then I start getting better and better at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because everything is practice. But if you naturally have something,
Yeah.
if it's undeveloped, well, it's not gonna go anywhere. But you have to practice.
Yeah.
And I put it into practice, and it paid off.
And is paying off.
It's paying off.
You recently did something that I very seldom hear. You wrote a new Christmas song. And this past Christmas we had a brand new Christmas song closing out 2020 with. And I
Yeah.
was like, yo, we kind of need this because
Yeah.
it's good and well to have traditional Christmas songs and it being done in a variety of styles, but to get something new and for it to just be accepted and feel like it has been there for so
Like a
long.
classic. No, right?
You know, that's
I know.
that's crazy. But I
No,
love
it's
it,
crazy for
Gregory.
sure.
I love
It's
it. I love
crazy.
it. I love it. So
Can I
I'm
can I can I tell you
yeah.
a little bit? Well, I was so I was thinking about, well, I wasn't thinking about writing a Christmas song because to me it was like overdone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was working on something else. Other people music, of course, producing other people's song.
Mm-hmm.
And my lady passed and said, um, uh, why don't do a Christmas song? I was like, Christmas song? Really? So at the time, I wasn't in agreement with it at the time. But
Yeah.
after I kind of settled down and thought about it, I said, you know what? Why not? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I went in with the mindset that I did want to do red nose Rudolph
Mm-hmm.
reindeer kind of thing
Right, right.
because that is overdone. So I went to my own storytelling self
Mm-hmm.
and said, okay, let me create this Christmas song as a song
Mm.
that speak about Christmas, but not really, you know, an experience, my own experience as a kid,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, because the song kind of tells you everything about me growing up
Mm-hmm.
in that season,
Mm-hmm.
with my sister, of course,
Yeah.
and I just thought about my life in that moment and just wrote it. It was very, very, very fast, though, very quick.
Yo. And people don't get it twisted, you know. I'm going to play it in the as I run through the tunes that I'm going to be bouncing for Maurice. So don't even think that you're going to have to wait until Christmas. Those of you who haven't heard it, I don't wait until Christmas to play any kind of music. So you want to call it Christmas music all you want. It's Christmas for me every day.
Yeah,
So
yeah, man.
whenever I play music, you get whatever is flowing through me at the time. And so you also recently you did some collabs. Now, before at the top of the hour, we take a hard break on Reggae Global, but I'm going to let you go before we get there, and I'm going to start bouncing some of your tunes. Who are some of the people that you've been writing for? And is there anyone that you dream of writing for?
Yes. Well, I would love to collaborate with, like a John Legend.
Mm.
I mean, he's a piano player like myself, similar kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I love like that. I mean, like a Alicia, she's a piano player,
Right.
you know, like a kind of vibe. I would love to, have an opportunity to with those people,
Mm-hmm.
those artists. Yeah, yeah, that's my main. I would love to do that.
And I'm going to invite you to do some name dropping for me. Who are some of the people that you've written for?
Um, Wayne Wonder, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just did one with him. New one with him, Diamond in the Rough.
Okay.
Newest one. You have that one, right?
I don't have that yet.
It's on Reggae Global too. It should. I
Yeah,
think it should.
I heard it on
It
Reggae
should.
Global. I don't have
Yeah,
it yet, but I heard it on Reggae
yeah.
Global.
I wrote. I produced and wrote that one.
Nice.
For him. I've been writing for him for a while still. Back in the day, from way back. We're coming bigger way back.
Mm.
Uh, who else have I written for? You know, all right. Part of my history is deep.
Right.
Tony Kelly, my big brother.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of work together
Yeah.
for Shaggy. Lot of work for Shaggy. Beanie Man, same Wayne Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that entire team of people, in Jamaica. Whole heap of work, whole heap of songs. You know what I mean? And some
Essentially.
international songs. Akon and Beanie Man. And the Beanie Man too.
Right.
Lot, lots of work.
So
Eda Headley,
you have
international
been
R&B.
a background kind of a guy,
Yeah,
already making waves and influencing the music industry, not just in reggae music or in Jamaica, but
yeah.
internationally.
International too. Yeah.
And these are some of the things that a lot of us don't realize. We have some gems in our midst. And until we take a moment to sit and ask a question and share our reasoning, we miss out
Yeah.
on some of the gems that have been with us and walking around with us and hanging out with us. And we miss out on a lot of the stories that through music actually influence us. So we get the end product and we miss out on what it took to get to that end product. And
Process.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it is in that process that a lot of the substance reside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I want people to do is to find you, and that way now they can get to have that connection with Maurice and hear what is going on with Maurice. Social media, contact information.
Maurice,
How can people get it?
Maurice Gregory Music and everything. That's Maurice, Maurice, Gregory Music, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, pretty much. You can find me there. A lot of information. Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there too. You can see a lot of my works that I've done.
Right.
And recent works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's easy to find me, man. Maurice Gregory Music, first and last name, music.
So, how many people have been telling you that you need to write your story? Not just the part that people get under the label of Maurice Gregory, but the background stuff.
You know, Well, people have been telling me that uh, Maurice, you're a good writer. It took me a while to kind of, digest that
Mm.
because I don't see myself as, anything incredible in that sense. I
Got
see
you.
myself as a person who have something to say,
Mm-hmm.
um, and have an avenue to express it,
Yeah.
and it just come out that way. There, it just comes out that way, and it's pleasing to the listener, which I'm very very grateful for because that's important.
Well, I'll
You
tell you
know.
this, Maurice. I don't do a lot of reading. People that listen to me on Mondays through Wednesdays on the night shift would beg to differ. But I don't do a lot of reading. But I would read that story. The story of Maurice Gregory.
Yes, thanks, man. Thanks.
You have, it look like you have got title it as something like Maurice Gregory, the element. You know,
Mm.
it have to be something
Yeah,
like that.
it's a long time. It's a you know it's a I would say a long time, with different experience coming up to this
Mm-hmm.
point for,
Yeah.
you know, for this moment to be happening right now, It's a
Yes.
lot of practice, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of trial and error,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of learning,
Yes.
same Tony Kelly. And when I just link up with Tony Kelly, um, to make all these songs for
Mm-hmm.
the Beanie Mans and the Shaggies.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in as this big keyboard player kind of thing, right?
Right.
Big cards and thing, and he has to like sit me down and say, "Listen, that's not gonna work.
Mm.
Those full thing is not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. You have to scale that down.
Too
You
pretty.
cannot go in there as a, you can't go in there as a as a keyboard player by yourself. It's a lot of elements together that makes up everything.
Right.
That it kind of crushed my ego a little bit at the time, but
Mm.
I quickly understood what that meant. And that's how I understand how to start producing.
Got
It's
you.
not a one man show, it's a
Yeah.
bunch of elements together that makes that one product. So I can't stop giving, praise, I give him thanks. He's
Right.
my
Right.
big brother. But
Mm-hmm.
we still work together up to this day,
Yeah.
So I give
Nice.
him thanks for that. He has, helped me to be in a platform that I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Tony Kelly, yeah, has done that for me.
Yeah, man. Big ups
Yeah,
to
man.
Tony
So
Kelly.
big him up.
Yeah, man. There's a tune I want you to introduce for me as we get up to the top of the hour on Reggae Global and take the hard break, and then as I get into some Maurice Gregory tunes, and it's actually a collab, and it happens to be one of your more recent, if not your most recent collab with Paul Anthony.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a nice. It's so funny.
It's a deep
That's
tune.
is a big tune. Brian, drummer,
Mm-hmm.
Brian, like me and
Be
say,
Will.
yeah, be real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do a thing with Paul Anthony. I say, for you, of course. I mean, these my little brothers, they don't have
Family.
to say it
Family.
twice.
Yeah,
Just
man.
ask me what
Yeah.
you need, and I got you. I just put it together quickly, and it came out nice. Came out pretty good.
Love it. Love it.
Man,
And
came out you like the song?
in and again, here it is, something that is quite relevant when you need me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's call.
if we just swallow our pride sometimes, because
Yeah,
no man is an island, just recognize
absolutely not.
that although we stand tall and strong as individuals, even the
We
tallest
need,
tree have a root system. It's not just one
of
root.
course.
It's a root system.
Yeah,
It
man.
has branches. It's not just a trunk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
So
Yeah, as soon as that trunk.
understand?
Yeah.
So I love the tune. And I'm going to be bouncing it in a minute. Your favorite tune out of I have ambient, moonlight, grooving, what a feeling all of a sudden over you in my dreams.
But you see, the favorite thing, me have problem with that because, every moment is different, it's a different experience at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So every moment is important and special
Yeah.
for me. Life, though, is one of them songs that is, I don't know how to explain that song. That song is a monster. It's a monster, not because it's a big tune, but it's just the depth of that song,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and the story.
Yeah.
It's a serious song.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play live again. And I want you to introduce it.
All right. Well, this one is Life by Maurice Gregory. Enjoy.
Live today for tomorrow. Never dwell too much on your sorrow. Life is a gift to us, it's not borrowed. Live in love and good days will follow. Believe me, I know how you're feeling. It's like the good days are gone, it never comes.
As we're about to take a hard break on Reggae Global Radio, Maurice, I want to thank you for taking the time out this early in the morning where you are. Much respect, my brother.
Yeah, but you don't know. When you link me,
Yeah, man.
I'm happy. Big respect for you. I want them youth, big respect.
Much love.
You
Much
know
love,
that,
bro.
right?
Yeah,
You know
man.
that for a reason.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Much
Big
love.
respect. And it's a pleasure for me to do this on your program. So I'm happy to be here and let's continue, man.
As long as there's life in me, I will.
Love that. Blessings and prosperity every time.
Blessings, brother. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Good days are gone, it never comes. That is